If you enjoy the Crucible and want to know more about how guns perform, this show is for you. Welcome to the Armory. Now this series is going to be run by the viewers, yes, you guys, and if you want to participate, all you need to do is leave a comment down in the comment section of this video. Let me know what gun in Destiny 2 you would like to see reviewed. I will handpick a few of the popular choices and set up a poll for you guys to vote on Twitter. So if you'd like to vote, follow me over there and decide the fate. The starter episode, the pilot episode, has been chosen and voted on already, and with 40% of the votes, we are going to begin with the end. It's a scout rifle available in trials. Let's break this thing down. So let's check these perks out. The built-in intrinsic perk is Precision Frame. This weapon's recoil pattern is more predictably vertical. Your choice between chambered compensator, corkscrew rifling, or polygonal rifling. Now, the first of two options, we have Slideways. Sliding partially reloads this weapon's magazine and temporarily boosts handling and stability, or Auto-loading Holstered. This holstered weapon is automatically reloaded after a short period of time. The final perk is Pulse Monitor. Auto reloads part of the magazine when wielder is critically wounded. So let's go in deeper. The End is a scout rifle available in the energy weapons slot, so it's an elemental capable of having Void Arc and Solar Burn. The stats on this bad boy offer 180 rounds per minute as the rate of fire, 62 impact, 46 range, 47 stability, 46 reload, 50 handling, 60 on the aim assist scale, and she offers up 16 rounds in the mag. Translation: this gun is pretty average across the board if we're comparing it to other guns in the same family, the same archetype. If we're being fair though, scouts in general, just statistically, are very similar. Within the same family, we're talking just a couple points difference in every category. None of them actually stand out in any way. The only stat this gun has over the rest inside the archetype is its handling, coming in at 50, and the other ones are around the 45-47 area. So we're talking just a few points difference, and it's like this for the range, the stability, the reload. All of these stats, they are so close, you're not going to notice an actual difference in performance, which puts a lot of strain on the perks because that's going to be the deciding factor on which gun that you want to use. So let's think back on the perks that this gun has. We have Slideways, we have Auto-loading Holster, and we have Pulse Monitor. All three are ammo restoration perks. This is a strong independent weapon, don't need no help from no reloads. This is really interesting, but I feel it also clogs up the area with so many options. Which one do you go with? If I'm being completely honest with you, for Crucible, only one of these three talents is going to come into play, and that is Slideways. When you slide on the ground, as you're seeing right now, you do replenish 3 rounds, and that's significant, and you can chain those together to build up 3, 6, 9, and completely bypass reloading. There are a few times where if you can get your mind around it and adjust to this mentality of sliding everywhere, that you're going to be able to reload in a critical situation and it will save your life. Those extra 3 rounds on a follow-up kill will come into play. Now the final perk on this weapon is very underwhelming. Pulse Monitor on paper sounded cool, but in reality it's executed in a very poor manner. This thing has a little value in PvE and 0 value in PvP. You could probably pump 10 or 20 games in Crucible and this thing will never come in clutch when you need it to. It was engineered to be kind of a lifesaver perk. If you are critically injured, you get some ammo back to help you fight and stay alive. The likelihood of this ever coming into play is very slim. The fact that you are about to run out of ammo at the same moment you get critically injured, and to save your life, this perk has to come to your aid. Or you can, you know, slide on the ground. Because there's a perk for that too. So yes, effectively 3 perks on the gun, only one of them is even somewhat valuable for PvP, and you have to train yourself to use it. Moving on. So for my next act, I need a volunteer. Timmy, come on up here, buddy, come on. There we go. Guys, he's a little shy, don't mind him. Taking a look at the numbers, a precision shot from this weapon will do 48 damage to the head. A body shot will offer up 34 damage. The fastest time to kill you can achieve with this weapon comes in with 3 shots to the head, 2 to the body, with 1.33 second time to kill. The slowest that you can achieve will be with 6 shots to the body, with 2 seconds flat. Reminder that these numbers are based on around 200 health and armor, or roughly 9 resilience built on a character. Statistically, this gun, this archetype in general, sit in this really weird middle area between some of the other popular archetypes of scout rifle. You have the high damage output that some people find appealing. Your does not compute, your frontier justice, and then in the tier right below this, with slightly less impact but higher rate of fire, you have things like the Mida Multi-Tool, your Pleiades Corrector, and these are the fan favorites, and it's because that higher rate of fire really helps to harass enemies and keep them under pressure, and the slower rate of fire, the more vulnerable you are. There's a lot of value behind this, not to mention that they're kind of lopsided in terms of stats. As I said before, all of these guns in this archetype sit right around that 50-point threshold. They vary very little overall in terms of the other ones in the family. And then if you go up to that higher damage one, we're talking the Does Not Compute. Those guys are in like the 20-30 area. They have really bad stats in terms of stability and handling. And if we talk about the popular ones, the Mida Multi-Tool family, these guys have in the 60 and 70 area, so they are far more reliable and consistent in terms of stats and reliability. So naturally, this archetype is just right in the middle. It's not amazing, it has no crazy strengths, but it doesn't have a lot of weaknesses either. It is, in simple terms, average. And that's not a bad thing. My wife's never complained, right? Right? Come on now. So statistically, this gun is just well-rounded, as are the rest in the archetype. So let's introduce you to its siblings. We have the Call to Serve, the Tango 45, the Nameless Midnight, and Tone Patrol sharing the same household. Now, some of these are going to stand out. You're going to be like, okay, so the Nameless Midnight, a Vanguard weapon, lots of people have access to it. It shreds in Crucible and PvE. This is a widely considered top-tier, amazing weapon. And it's statistically similar to this one. Damn near identical. So why is one considered tier 1 and the other one just okay? Circle back around, guys. Can you guess it, huh? Yeah, the perks. So the Nameless Midnight has really strong perks, making it a very strong and formidable weapon. And if we're talking about the energy weapon category, there's another one that greatly outvalues this one, and that is Tone Patrol. It's got high caliber rounds, which is king perk of Crucible right now, and it also has Dragonfly, which is an explosive round, and that's good for both PvP and PvE. So why equip this if I can just put on Tone Patrol? That is the question. This gun really doesn't have a place where you should use it. Can you use it and be effective? Absolutely you can. But ultimately there are a lot better decisions for Crucible and PvE out there, and you should never really want to equip this weapon. And that is just the sad reality behind it. Overall, I would give this weapon a 3 out of 5, and I feel like I'm being generous at that. This gun is lacking a final perk. It's statistically on par with the rest of the guns in the archetype, and if we compare it against the rest of the scout rifles, this gun doesn't really have an area to shine. It's got nothing to be like, yo, but this gun's got this cool perk, but its aim assist is this high. Again, average, nothing special about it. So when all of that's factored in, you can use the gun, you can kill with this gun, but anytime you could do well with this weapon, another gun would have been able to give you more. So there's no point in using this when you have a better alternative out there. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to support the channel. You know how things are nowadays. Share it, leave a like. Anything you can do will really help the channel grow. Share it around. And of course, reminder, leave a comment down below, follow the Twitter, vote, get involved. Let me know what guns you want to see broken down in the future. I'm going to try to get 2 to 3 of these out per week, so stay tuned and subscribe. I'll catch you around. Thanks for watching.